Don't miss the December 31st, 2025 deadline for Roth conversions. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the Guy Midkiff Show. I am Captain Guy, and frankly, I have not posted anything in about a year and a half. Why? Well, thank God my health has been good, family's been good, we're all there, but I did endeavor to begin a not-for-profit specifically designed for high school kids to help them to become capitalists, entrepreneurs, successful business people in America. So I created a business academy at the local high school here in the Dallas area. And quite frankly, it blew up. It went from 0 to 250. And after 2 years of doing this pretty much nonstop every day, I retired just this week, in fact, and turned that over to a great board of directors that's going to continue on my ideas on how to give back to a wonderful country and how to give our next generation a leg up in a very competitive world. So welcome to the Guy Midkiff Show. Again, I'm a retired airline captain with American Airlines for 35 years, another 12 years in the Marine Corps as a naval aviator flying C-130s. Luckily, I've amassed some 30,000 accident-free hours. Yeah, I got a degree in economics from Texas A&M. Big deal. I would say that it had zero impact on my ability to fly airplanes over the years. Matter of fact, they don't even require, kind of getting off on a tangent here, they don't even require college degrees anymore for kids who want to go into the aviation world, which in my mind makes a lot of sense. Just a meritocracy, they can either do it or they can't. No in between, no need to go spend and buy a 4-year degree. Definitely not what I'm talking about today, though. So we're talking about Roth conversions. And I do want you to keep this in mind. And I've been around almost every crash since stagflation years of the 70s, which was not pretty. I graduated high school in 77, graduated A&M in 1981, and just retired last year from American Airlines. Bottom line, hear this. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a CFP. I'm definitely not a fiduciary. I'm just a guy that's already paid the stupid tax many times, and I'm going to try to do my best to keep you from making these kind of mistakes. So don't necessarily take this as advice. Just take it as a information point in the big wheel of you making a decision, and hopefully you'll make the right decision that's right for you. This is what I'm doing. This works for me. Hey, it may not work for you. And remember my motto, health is wealth. As always, in the immortal words of Ronald Reagan, trust but verify, please. Let's do a quick Roth recap. You pay ordinary income tax once with outside cash. And that ultimately is the linchpin. That is the key, the foundational stone in this discussion is, do you have the money to pay for this Roth conversion? Because it converts at your tax rate, and that conversion can kick you up into some very high tax rates. So if you don't have the cash to do it, probably doesn't make sense for you to continue on with this particular show. But if you do have some idle cash sitting on the side, I think it's definitely worth you considering where we're going with this show. So everything grows and comes out tax-free forever with the Roth. That's one of the reasons I like it. There's no RMDs, no Social Security tax torpedo that's waiting for your wife in particular, and your kids will have the ability to inherit tax-free. And guys, we all know this for a fact. Our women, we know this conclusively, that our women outlive us, particularly if you have a wife that's younger than you. So you have to plan beyond your years. You have to add another 10 years onto your planning, maybe even more, to make sure that you don't leave her high and dry. Let's go to the graph. What I did was, what you're going to see up on the graph here is your traditional balance 401k and your what I call the hard knock take, and then why RMDs are or are not a problem. Let's take the under $100,000 crowd. Convert the whole thing next year if you can. If you don't have the cash to do it, I got it. Nothing I can do about that. But the RMDs will be tiny, usually under $4,000 a year at 73. You'll stay in the 12% bracket or lower forever. Convert anyway. In my mind, it's a no-brainer. How about the $100,000 to $250,000 crowd? Well, the research that I came up with says still convert 100% in the next 1 to 2 years before you hit RMDs. RMDs will be in the $6,000 to $10,000 range at age 73. It still keeps most couples comfortably in the 2% bracket or lower. Almost never pushes you into the 24% or higher. In my mind, still a slam dunk. Do it. The 250 to 500 crowd, convert in the next 2 to 4 years if you can, if you have the cash. RMDs will be in the $10,000 to $20,000 a year. And that's the point where it starts to flirt with the 24% tax bucket when added to Social Security. Again, in my mind, it's worth doing. In the $500,000 to $1 million range, which represents about 5% of Americans, let's look at a 4 to 6 year plan. RMDs will be in the $20,000 to $40,000 range, easily pushing you in the 24 to 32% tax bracket, plus Medicare surcharges. And if you don't know about IRMAA, IRMAA, she is a nasty mistress. So you definitely want to learn about those IRMAA brackets and how you can end up paying a lot more for Medicare and get a lot less in Social Security as a result of it. And how about the over $1 million crowd? Well, every year, I think you should fill to your top bracket, 24% bracket. And matter of fact, that's my plan, and that's what I'll be talking to my accountant about tomorrow is how can I stay in this 24% bucket. My RMDs in totality will be in the $40,000 to $200,000 a year, but I can guarantee it'll be a tax disaster with no conversion. And you've got to do this systematically, and you've got to make sure that you're really buckle down tight as to what your income numbers are, because if you get this wrong by $1, it can pop you into a really nasty tax bucket. So the key points for the under 250 crowd, your RMDs will almost never push you above the 22% bracket. That means the future tax savings argument is smaller, but the real wins are zero RMD, paperwork forever. Your wife keeps every dollar tax-free. Your kids stand to inherit tax-free money. You lock in today's low tax rates plus the 2025 deducts. So for under 25, the $250,000 crowd, this is usually the easiest financial decision I think you'll ever make. Hey, let's talk about some of the action steps before December 31st. Pull your 2025 income numbers. Get a second opinion of this, because if you get this wrong, I'm telling you, it's going to hurt bad. Use Vanguard's free calculator. I'll link it to the screen, but it's really easy to find with the Google search. Just type in keywords, Vanguard, tax, tools, Roth, BETR calculator, the better calculator. Ask the only question that matters. Do we have enough cash outside of the IRA to pay the tax? Again, that's really what this whole conversation hinges on. If you don't have it, the studies that I found is don't make the conversion with IRA and 401k money. You may never recover from that. So try to use non-IRA 401k money for that. If the answer is yes, convert as much as you can comfortably afford in 2025 with the extra deductions that are still here with us. And then go ahead and pay your taxes quarterly. Yep, I have not been doing that. I need to start. I'm sure I'm going to get chewed by my accountant tomorrow for not doing it. But do look at paying your estimated taxes quarterly. Now, finally, whether you have $50,000 or $5 million in the bank, savings bank, put it that way, 2025 is going to be the cheapest year this move will ever make sense. And if you could, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Give me some comments, how I can make this show better, or what ideas you have, or if you find some inconsistencies in the information that I've given, I'll certainly make the correction, because I'm doing my best to give you the information that works for me. this works for me. This is what I've been doing for 30 years. And it's because I started saving at a very young age, very aggressively. And that to me is the key to it. I understand some of you fall on hard times financially, businesses fail, you have deaths in the family, things of that nature. And there's just no getting around it. We can have discussions about how we can make that particular life form style better for you. And whether you have 50,000 or 5 million, 2025 looks like it's going to be the cheapest year that this move really makes sense to accomplish. Again, I'm not your tax advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. You've got to run your own numbers. Talk to people that are in the know, particularly CPA people in that category. And do me a favor, hit the like button. Subscribe. Tell me in the comments what you do like about the show, you don't like the show. Any inconsistencies in the information that I've given, let's have a discussion about it. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to make your retirement as best it can be. And same for me. So this is Captain Guy signing off. You guys go out there and fly smart, retire smarter. See you next time.